With the third pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Luka Doncic.
Golden State is going to the finals for the 6th time.
The Dallas Mavericks are reportedly, according to sources from The Athletic and ESPN, trading for Kyrie Irving.
With the 12th pick, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Derek Lively II.
All right, so we are back here today with another 10-year rebuild, and today we're going to be taking control of the Dallas Mavericks. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I did ask you guys on my community tab which 10-year rebuild you wanted to see next between the Mavericks, the Timberwolves, the Sixers, and the Bucks. You guys voted for the Mavs, but don't worry, T-Wolves fans, I really wanted to do one with you guys, but I think we're going to do something a little bit special, maybe a 0 to 18 rebuild too eventually. So yeah, we're taking control of the Mavericks, who have been kind of, I wouldn't say disappointing with Luka Doncic. They've had multiple round 1 exits, and then they had a conference finals exit in the 2022 season. And Luka is a walking 30-point triple-double, it seems like, and he's still just 25 years old. They added Kyrie Irving, who's probably the best player that Luka has ever played with, who's still having a very good season. Derek Lively, it looks like they hit on the 12th overall pick in this past draft. They traded a first-round pick for Daniel Gafford, who looks pretty good. Dante Exum has had a career resurgence here in Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr., though, still drives maybe some people crazy. PJ Washington, I didn't really love that trade. Grant Williams in a first for him. I liked it for Gafford, not as much for PJ. Josh Green maybe hasn't taken that next step that we would have liked to see after a promising 2023 season. And Jaden Hardy has maybe taken a little bit of a step back this year as well. So for this video, I'm going to have a real 2024 draft class, but that is it. We're going to go auto-generated after that just to see how it turns out, because sometimes there's just like too many insane prospects like post the 2024 class. But sometimes even in the 2024 draft, we see like Bronny James turn to an elite level. Let's hope though that this Mavericks team, I don't know if we're going to be a championship team. I mean, they've been flirting with the play-in tournament all season long. It looks like that they're going to end up in the play-in, but probably the better half of it at the 7th or 8th seed, so they only have to win 1 play-in game. I mean, 2K has loved us right now, so we finished with 53 wins, and Luka ends up getting his first MVP. I wonder how many he'll get in this video. You got Rookie of the Year Victor Wembanyama, 6th Man of the Year goes to Malik Monk, Depoy Wemby, Most Improved Jalen Johnson, KD, Clutch Player of the Year. All-NBA first team, you got Luka, Jokic, Giannis, Shea, and AD. Second team, you got KD, Wemby, LeBron, Trey, and Sabonis. Third team, Hallie, Tatum, Fox, Edwards, and Booker. And we ended up as the 4 seed. So what an end of the season run for the Mavericks. I hope 2K likes us, because in the Celtics 10-year rebuild, they didn't like us. And in the Suns 10-year rebuild, they didn't really like us. So we were just 3 games back of the 1 seed in the Western Conference. Obviously, this team was led by Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. And we're taking on the Clippers, man. Kawhi and Paul George, like, they're all healthy. Like, they've had their fair share of experience with Luka Doncic in the playoffs. Luka plays very well against them in the playoffs, but hasn't beaten them yet. Game 1 goes to the Clippers by 1 point. Damn, Luka had a 35-point triple-double, but it wasn't enough. Your former teammates, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, playing against each other right now, and we do tie it up. We win 137-135. This is going to be a really good series, man. Like, Game 1 was decided by 1 point, Game 2 by 2 points. And also, like, to look at this team going forward, everybody's kind of under contract, at least for a little bit. I know Kyrie's a free agent in 26, and obviously, we got to worry about re-signing Luka in 2027, but I feel like he'll be fine. I mean, I wish Tim Hardaway Jr. had a shorter contract, but PJ's under contract, Gafford's under contract, Josh Green's under contract. I mean, Maxi Kleber isn't very good, but he's under contract. Game number 3 goes to the LA Clippers by 28 points. They blow us out. Game number 4 goes to the LA Clippers. They won by 16. Luka had a 44-point triple-double, but it was not enough. That's just the name of the game for Luka's career so far. It's been the story. He goes off, but it's not enough. We lose by 29 points. Luka almost has a 41-point triple-double, but it was never even close to enough. I mean, Kyrie was a fine number 2. I think we just got to look for that number 3. Is it going to be Dante Exum? Probably not. Is it going to be one of Gafford and Lively? I don't think they're going to take that step offensively. So maybe we're going to look to try to trade for somebody that can also be a fringe 20-point per game scorer, but maybe have around 17 a night, because I don't really know who that's going to be here. And I'm kind of done with Tim Hardaway Jr. All right, so Anthony Edwards heard me not doing a 10-year Timberwolves rebuild. He took that personally. He's going to win Western Conference Finals MVP and Jared Allen in the East. Cavs versus Timberwolves in the finals, and the Timberwolves 1-7. That would be a fun-ass finals, but the NBA would probably hate it because it's 2 small markets, but I would love it. So there goes LeBron. He retires. Do we get any Dallas Mavericks? Yep, Markieff Morris retires. I want to win a title next year. I don't want to, like, push this around. Maybe we win it in Luka's like age 29 season, and what I did with Devin Booker in the Suns 10-year rebuild. I don't want to play around. I want to win a title in 2025. Let's do so. Our first round pick is top 10 protected. Why does it say that we have Houston's pick? I think that is like a swap, like worst completely thing here. We definitely do not own the third pick in the draft. Why are we doing that, 2K? That would actually technically go to Houston if it's via Houston, because the Thunder own it, but it's top 4 protected. I don't own that. Why are you giving that to me? So we are going to keep Jason Kidd as our head coach, but he's got 1 year left on it, and if we don't succeed next year, he is gone. All right, so it is the night here of the 2024 draft. We do have some seconds. I would like to maybe think about a Tim Hardaway Jr. trade, and we're going to make this trade with the Orlando Magic. I'm going to send them Tim Hardaway Jr. They're going to give me the 16th overall pick in the draft. I'm also going to slide them pick 38 and 59 as well. So that's going to be our only draft pick here. They're going to look for some shooting. I don't know if Orlando's going to sign anybody. Are they going to be a Klay Thompson team? Maybe. Do they want Buddy Hield? Maybe. But they're going to get Tim Hardaway Jr. there for the 16th overall pick. The Spurs with the number 1 pick, they select Zachary Reese-Shea. Number 2 is Alexander Desar to the Wizards. I feel like that always happens. 3, the Rockets selects Tijan Salon. All right. 4, you got the Pistons taking Matas Buzelis, and 5 is Jacoby Walter. And I'm going to take Tyler Smith out of the G League Ignite here at number 16. This is probably the range where he can go on draft night. He doesn't need to be a center either. He could be a power forward, and he could space the floor, which could be very valuable to us. It was either between him or Kyle Filipowski, and I ended up going with Tyler Smith. I was going to think about Zach Edey, but he was off the board as well. So Paul George is free agent. I would love him here. We're not going to be able to afford him. So who's going to be that guy that can average 20 points per game for us next year? I'm not sure. Like, we do have a lot of big men. Are any of them good? I don't really know. I don't think so. I mean, like, good enough to score 20 points a night. Like, maybe Tyler Smith can do it, but it may take a couple years. I'm going to sign Luke Kennard to $4 million a year over the next 2 years. Don't even know if he's going to crack the rotation, but with Derrick Jones Jr. gone, I just wanted another wing, and I traded away Tim Hardaway Jr. So Paul George is not signed anywhere yet, as Pascal Siakam joins his Cameroon teammate, Joel Embiid. Well, not anymore, because Embiid's playing for the United States in the Olympics, but yeah, you got Siakam and Embiid in Philly. They brought back Maxey. All right, so since we have a trade exception from Tim Hardaway Jr., I'm going to see if I can move Olivier Maxence Prosper. And since we have PJ Washington, I just drafted Tyler Smith. I don't think he's ever going to really progress for us. And I get off maybe Maxi Kleber's contract. Could I get Chris Paul for this? I have to add the Hardaway exception, and boom, there we go. So Chris Paul is going to be our backup point guard. So we have Kyrie Irving and Chris Paul. If only this was on a 2016 team. All right, so Kyrie Irving regresses a little bit. Derek Lively progresses. Chris Paul regresses, which is fine. He's an 80 overall, and this is his final year. Like, I'm probably not going to re-sign him. He may even retire. All right, so let's look at the year number 2 rotation. So it's going to be Luka, Kyrie, Josh Green at the 3. Maybe. PJ Washington at the 4, Gafford at the 5. See, like, I don't even know. Like, Gafford, it's crazy because he was on that streak where he hasn't missed a shot yet. But I think I'm going to, like, prioritize the progression of Lively over Gafford. So it's probably going to be, like, 30 to 26 minutes. Chris Paul can get 20. Let's go, like, 16, 17 XM. I still want to see if we can get anything out of Jaden Hardy. So he's going to get, like, maybe 20 minutes a night, and I may actually go like 17 to Chris Paul. Tyler Smith could be in the G League, but I may just give him like 8 minutes a night. We also signed Spencer Dinwiddie on a minimum, brought him back here to Dallas. So nobody's going to be in the G League for me this year. We are 4-star perimeter centric. I mean, as long as we have Luka Doncic, we should be good this year. He gets a triple-double to start off the season. Who shot 7 for 22? Was that Kyrie? Yeah, not a good start for Kyrie here in his, 3rd year in Dallas. We lose to the Thunder, road game against the Wizards, and we ended up, come on, don't lose this. All right, we blow them out 139-107. You love to see that. PJ Washington had 22 points. Gafford had 15 and 16 against his former team. 14 assists for Chris Paul. Hell yeah. All right, so we are 28 and 23. Maybe not where I want to be at the deadline. We are the 5 seed in the West. We can easily get up to like the 3 seed by the end of the year. We got to worry about this alien freakazoid Victor Wembanyama, who obviously we have to get through to be in the Western Conference. Also, we got to deal with the Thunder, who are set up perfectly with all their draft picks, with all their young players to beat them. So we definitely have a challenge ahead of us, and it's definitely harder than being in the Eastern Conference for sure. But Luka's still performing at a high level. Kyrie Irving still performing at a high number 2. I think we maybe have to give up on the Jaden Hardy experiment. I mean, he's been pretty inefficient, and this is the last year of his rookie contract as a 2nd-round pick. We got to figure out what we want to do with him. At least PJ Washington is knocking down 35% of his threes. Derek Lively's having a fine year number 2. Daniel Gafford, good backup. I mean, I wonder if one of them becomes, well, I think if anything, like Gafford would become expendable before Lively, but we may get to that point. Josh Green hasn't really taken the next step. Chris Paul has been solid for us, but I don't need to rely on Chris Paul. He's supposed to be like the 9th man for us. All right, we may do this trade with the New Orleans Pelicans. They called us up and they basically said, we regret giving Jonas Valanciunas an extension. He's regressing. He's been pretty inefficient this year. He's not a good defender. We want you to take him off our hands, but we'll give you Jordan Hawkins, who's a good 3-and-D guy. He's on the 2nd year of his contract under his rookie deal, won a national title at UConn. We want Josh Green, we want Jaden Hardy, who's a pending free agent, and we want your lottery-protected first-round pick this year. And you know what I'm going to say to this? I'm going to say yes. Like I said, I don't want to play around. I want to win a championship this year. We're going to move Valanciunas to the power forward spot, which is interesting. I just need him not to suck for us. So we may experiment with Exum starting at the 3. He may get like 22 minutes a night. We're going 36 to the backcourt. Tyler Smith will not be starting at the 4. It will be PJ Washington. Lively's going to be at the 5, 30 minutes a night, 25 to Gafford. Maybe now we can get a little bit more to Tyler Smith. We'll see. I don't think this means I'm going to play like Luke Kennard at all. I want to go like 24 minutes to Valanciunas, maybe 23. We're going to go 15 to Paul, 10 to Tyler Smith. 18 to Jordan Hawkins seems low for somebody that could definitely start at the 3 for us in the playoffs if he continues to shoot the ball well. So maybe we go 1 less to Valanciunas. Maybe we go 1 less to PJ Washington, 2 less to Exum, and we can go about 22 minutes. So I feel like we're 10 deep. We're pretty good. Is this a team that can win a championship though? Not sure. So we basically aren't going to have our first round pick this year if we do make the playoffs. Luka wants to sign an extension. I can only give him 2 years. Yeah, you can get a lot of money. Negative 93 mil. Well, that's going to sort itself out later on. Chris Paul, 1 year, 10 million. I think we'll wait to see if we want to do that. I'm not really sure if I do. All right, so Nikola Jokic wins MVP this year. He was 0.1 assist away on average to getting a triple-double on average this season. Alexander Sarr is your rookie of the year to Washington. 6 man of the year is Amen Thompson. Still coming off the bench, but pretty good player winning that award in year number 2. Wemby Depoy, most improved goes to Amen Thompson. Tyrese Maxey, clutch player of the year. Mark Daigneault, coach of the year. We do get Luka Doncic on All-NBA first team. He wasn't as insane as he was last year scoring the ball, but he was arguably more efficient, which could be very useful for us. He's going to probably play like 43, 44 minutes a night. He better learn cardio. He better learn stamina because he's going to be running. I don't know how he was on all defensive second team, but I'll take it. And we are in the 4-5 matchup. Once again, we're going up against the Houston Rockets with Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Sengun. With Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore. It's a good young team, man. It's a good young team. They have plenty of young talent. Donovan Clingan, Tijon Salon there as well. Player stats like Luka's a great number 1. Kyrie's a great number 2. Still got to figure out the number 3, but Valanciunas was way more efficient for us. It seems like he got that field goal percentage above 50%, 12-8 for us. We got PJ Washington there. I mean, these are still tradable contracts that we can use in the offseason. Lively, giving me good center numbers. Gafford, good backup center numbers. Jordan Hawkins, I don't know if I'm going to start him at the 3. I think it still could be Dante Exum, but maybe they're both going to play like a similar amount of minutes. So I don't think Tyler Smith is going to play for the playoffs, but he's definitely going to be in our future plans. Chris Paul, 15 minutes. Let's go 20 to Gafford. Let's do 24 to Hawkins, 24 to Exum. We're going to go 42 to Luka, and we're going to go 39 to Kyrie. All right, so round number 1 against the Houston Rockets. Game 1 goes to Dallas, boom, by 13 points. Kyrie with 34, Luka with 30, 17 and 8 for Derek Lively. Game number 2 goes to the Houston Rockets by 2 points. Damn it. All right, game number 3. Can we beat them on the road? Yes, we can by 5 points. Man, it's getting close. Luka's averaging, I think, a triple-double. No, just under it, though, for the playoffs, but averaging 29 points. Game number 4 goes to the Dallas Mavericks. We beat them by 49. Oh, my God. And Luka had a 49-point triple-double. Game number 5, are we getting it done? Yes, we do. We end up blowing them out in game 5 as well. Luka with 43, 10, 9, and 4. Okay, I love that. So he averaged 36, 10, and 9.6 in round number 1. Jordan Hawkins had 13 points. Lively with 12. Double digits for Valanciunas and Exum. And we're going to be taking on, please give me the Utah Jazz. Yes! The 8-seeded Jazz upsetted the 1-seeded Thunder. They do have James Harden now. Let's go, though. That's amazing. So we have a chance to make it to the conference finals, but they win game 1. Is James Harden really him? They also have Draymond Green as well. Come on. They shouldn't beat us. What? How? Oh, my God. I mean, if they beat the Thunder, they're probably going to beat us. Game 3. All right. Well, they just apparently cracked the code. Game 4, we won, and game 5 as well. All right. Before we hop into game 6, like, what? How is this team that much better than us, man? I don't know. Like, yes, they have Lowry Market, and what's he averaging? 25 in the playoffs. I mean, 50, 40, 90, he's been good. They have Colin Sexton, who's been a good scorer. James Harden, Taylor Hendricks, Kessler. I mean, they got size, they got length. Keontae George is pretty good as well. All right, here we go. Must win game 6. Win or go home. Well, we also have to win a game 7 as well. So let's see if we can win this one. We are currently up by 2 in the 3rd. Going here into the 4th. Oh my God, we're down by 1. Come on. There we go. We're up by 5. Let's force the game 7, please. We're up by 5. Come on. Oh my God. Down by 1 with a minute left. Let's hop in. All right, Luka has a 21-point triple-double. Let me not suck and blow this because I really think we can win this. Kick that to Valanciunas inside. Easy money over Draymond Green. That is a height advantage for us. Draymond obviously is a great defender though, but we got to take advantage. We have Kyrie Irving guarding James Harden. He's got A- perimeter D. Shout out to Kyrie. They got to play for Keon, or that's Markelle Fultz, who we could definitely let shoot. All right, Lively, I need you to help out here. Don't jump. I shouldn't have done that. And Harden, wow, that was disgusting, but it goes in. Kyrie 3-ball incoming. Please go in. Please go in. Yes, Kyrie. Oh my God, it's like game 7 of the 2016 finals, but on a much lesser scale. He hits a dead-on 3-point shot pretty far back to hand in the face. He's got ice in his veins. All right, let's play some defense. No threes here. Come on, Luka. Let's guard him. All right, Exum is guarding Lowry Marketing. Yeah, we don't like this. I fouled. Really? That was the worst case scenario. All right. Oh my God, he missed the free throw. Let's go. We're tied up. All right, Luka. Final shot right here. I mean, Exum is wide open. I'm not doing that. I am not risking that. Wow. Oh my God. All right. That was a blocking foul. I guess I'll take that. I thought I set that out of bounds for a second. I was like, wait, what? So we're going to get free throws. They don't have a timeout. That is such a dumb way to win this game, but I'll take it. Man, I really thought I stepped out of bounds there. I got scared. We should have set like a full court press. 5 seconds here. No threes. Come on. They should probably throw to Marketing, but Harden's going to take a deep shot. He misses that. We're going to game 7. All right. So here we go. Game 7. Oh man, we won what? 117, 115. They were up 3-0. So are they going to blow a 3-0 lead on us? I mean, I am perfectly fine with that if that happens. So we are currently down by 12 here in the 2nd. Exum is 2 for 7 shooting. No, we don't like that. All right, let's just keep this going here. Come on, please. Good 2nd quarter. Good 3rd quarter. All right, we are up by 9 points with 10 minutes to go. Let's win this. Don't choke it. I think we're going to be advancing to the Western Conference Finals. The Jazz blow a 3-0 lead. Wow, I don't know how they got up 3-0. Luka had 7 steals in game 7, and we're taking on the MVP, Nikola Jokic. They also have Tyus Jones as a backup point guard. Well, that's just an insane pickup for them. You have Charlotte and Milwaukee over there in the Eastern Conference side of things. Luka versus Nikola. They win by 6 in game number 1. All right, let's win game number 2. Boom, tied up. That's what we needed to see. Kyrie and Luka combined for 62. Game number 3 goes to the Dallas Mavericks. We are now 2 games away from the NBA Finals. Luka just put up 29, 16, and 20. Game 4 goes to the Mavericks. Hell yeah, by 20 points. Luka with 43, 11, and 8. We have the size, we have the length, we have the girth, the versatility. Game 5, we lose by 13. Damn. Jokic goes off against us. Jordan Hawkins, he's been good in this series. Good to know. Good to know. So winner's going to take on the Bucks, and we're going to a game 7. Oh my God. We're really about to blow a 3-1 lead. I guess that's revenge for us coming back down 3-0 to the Utah Jazz. Well, let's see what happens here. Man, it's going to be too close. I'm going to stress out so much. Oh my God. Please pull away. We're up by 9. Pull away. Pull away. Come on. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Luka averages a 28-point triple-double, and we're going up against Dame and Giannis and the Bucks in the finals. Oh, nice. My game is just officially glitched out. I don't know what happened here. I can't do anything. I can't. What the hell? Is that not going to count? Like, I can't hop into a game. All right, I got to restart my 2K. I have no idea where it's going to put me. All right, so we have the Mavericks and the Bucks in the finals. Luckily, it did save. The Bucks win game number 1 by 2 points. Man, I feel like we've had so many playoff L's in this video by not many points. So game 2, we end up winning by 10. Luka with 34, 8, and 9, and 4 steals as well. Shout out to Kyrie dropping 26. Game number 3 goes to the Mavericks by 3 points. Luka with 41, 5, and 8. Luka with 31, 12, and 9. Shout out to Kyrie, man, stepping up, and we're up 3-1. Now, we blew a 3-1 lead before. Potentially. Don't have it happen here. Nope, we win in 5. And the Mavericks in year number 2 get a ring. Luka averages a 30-point triple-double and is your finals MVP. See, I'm not playing around, man. That's a title in year number 2. Hell yeah. It took us like year 6 or 7 with the Suns and the Celtics. We will not be getting our first-round pick this year. It will be going to the Pelicans at 30 from the trade we made at the deadline. So Jason Kidd obviously earned an extension with us right now. I don't think I'm going to trade up for anybody on the draft night because I do think that like Tyler Smith could be like another rookie for us next year. We could see more playing time from him. I'm not sure if I want to make like a trade though and see like, because we have a lot of expiring contracts. I'm not going to bring back everybody here. So I may move one of our 26-year-olds. All right, so since I'm probably not going to bring back Chris Paul, I'm going to trade PJ Washington in 3 seconds for Peyton Pritchard and a lottery-protected first in next year's draft from Boston. So Peyton Pritchard could be our backup point guard, and also Chris Paul is 40 years old as well. And I'm comfortable trading away PJ Washington because we do have Tyler Smith. The number 1 overall pick was Mingyu Chan out of China. Point guard 6'7". You have Samuel Love, a center out of A&M. Shout out DeAndre Jordan. Shout out Time Lord Robert Williams. Ronald Burden out of Wyoming going 3rd in this draft. So Kyrie opts out. All right, well, we're going to have to bring him back. Dwight Powell's going to opt in for 1 more year. Tatum, Mitchell, free agents. I mean, all right, Kyrie. I mean, do you have any offers out there? You do. Well, it's not a real one. So we have a max spot available. I think I'm going to bring back Kyrie. Like, as much as I would love Donovan Mitchell and how cool he would be, I think I'm just going to give Kyrie like a 2-year extension. Maybe a 3-year extension. I'm going to try to line up all these contracts perfectly. So by the time we enter the 2028 offseason, we will have everybody kind of up contract-wise. So I'm going to give Kyrie a 3-year deal. We're going to pay him. I would like to bring back Exum, but yeah, we're going to let Chris Paul walk. I'm glad I got him a ring. I'm also going to give Dante Exum a 3-year deal as well. And he's going to accept that for $17 million. I believe that's also when Valanciunas' contract is up. So if we look at this, Luka's up in 2028, that offseason. Same with Kyrie's new deal. Valanciunas is a year prior. Pritchard is up. Dante Exum will be up. Tyler Smith will be up. Lively and Hawkins will probably have new extensions, though, kicked in by then. And I would like to maybe sign Gafford to like a 2-year extension. I could bring back Chris Paul, but I'm not going to. All right, so we do see some regression from Valanciunas as he is 33 years old. We don't see any regression from any other rotational guys. Like Kennard might be the odd man out. Dwight Powell obviously is not going to be playing for us. And we don't see any Kyrie regression, which is great. All right, so let's come up with this rotation for year number 3. Luka, Kyrie, Exum again. We could start Tyler Smith. We do have a lot of faith in him. Lively at the 5. You know what? Let's do that. So Gafford, you're going to get like 25 minutes off the bench. 30 to Lively. Let's see what Hawkins can do at the starting 3 because he actually has a lot more potential than somebody like Dante Exum. Valanciunas, 18 minutes is fine. Exum can get 22 minutes. Kennard is not going to be the 9th man. I think we're going to run with the 9-man rotation. Pritchard's going to get like 16 minutes a night, so I got 4 more to play with. Let's go 36 to Kyrie, and let's go 32 to Derek Lively. So under Jason Kidd, this team is probably 4-star perimeter centric, if I had to guess. Nope, 3.5-star, okay. Hawkins isn't the best fit in the world. If I move him to small forward, does he go up in overall? He does. All right, so we're going to do that. First game of the season is a road one against the Hornets, who were in the conference finals last year, and we beat them by 18 with Kyrie Irving dropping 24. Maybe this is going to be a big year from Jordan Hawkins. I'm hoping he progresses well, and I'm hoping Tyler Smith progresses well, and we beat the Pelicans, Jordan Hawkins' former team. He's off to a 6th start this year. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline at 38-12. Maybe really good where I don't need to make a move. I don't think I want to trade my first-round pick this year just because we haven't picked in a little bit. We could have 2 first-round picks this year, and we don't have one next year as well. So, yeah, from the Gafford and Washington trades, we really don't have much to work with there. Now, the Celtics are not very good, so maybe we're not going to get their pick. Oh, my God. Yeah, why does 2K hate the Celtics, man? They do so poorly. Like, even in our 10-year rebuild, they weren't great, but they do have Bronny James, so they'll probably turn it around next year. Tatum might have left them, actually. So 27 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists for Luka. Kyrie Irving, 14.5 points, 6 assists. Maybe Jordan Hawkins can be like that fringe 20-point-per-game guy. He's been a really good 3. I don't know if there's any D to him, but yeah, good 3-ness to him. Derek Lively, 12 and 8. I'll take that. Tyler Smith progressing in year number 2. I like the way that this team is going. And I'm going to give Gafford a little bit more than what he wants just to lock him up for 2 years. He likes to be here. He's fine with being a backup. He just got a ring last year. So he is going to be up the same time Kyrie and Luka's up. So obviously, like, our plan then, re-sign Luka, but then Kyrie's going to be like 36 years old. We're probably going to have to find that new number 2, and I want optimal cap space for that moment. And Luka wins his 2nd MVP of this video, 27, 9, and 12 on the year. Almost 50, 40, 90. He's got to get those free throws up, man. So the number 1 pick, Mingyu, is your rookie of the year. He looks pretty good, 38% three-point shooter. He's actually probably going to be pretty good. Now, does this make Amen Thompson expendable? Maybe, but we don't really have a fit for Amen. I mean, we probably could. Like, Luka could play the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward, probably even the power forward, probably even center would be fine. Well, actually, no, definitely not center, but maybe power forward. I think that's what they drafted him to be. I think he might have started his rookie season as the power forward. Tyler Smith, most improved. Let's go. Even though I don't think it should go to sophomores, I will take that. And Jason Kidd got coach of the year. Luka on All NBA first team. We don't get a Kyrie Irving on an all-NBA team. Do we get a Luka on an all-defensive team? Yes, we do. And we ended up as the 1 seed in the Western Conference. All right, we are in prime position to go back-to-back. We're taking on the Golden State Warriors, who made it out of the play-in. They got the Curry, Podziemski backcourt, Moody, Kuminga, and John Collins in the starting 5. I thought about trading for John Collins if he could work on his outside shot. What's he making? So he's a free agent this year. Man, if I can get him on a mid-level exception, I would love John Collins on this team. They also have Tim Hardaway Jr. as well, so it's the THJ Revenge Series. Kyrie still balling out at the age of 35. We love to see it. Or excuse me, age of 34. Sorry, Kyrie. Didn't mean to call you that old. Jordan Hawkins, great year 3. Love to see that. Derek Lively, also a phenomenal year 3. The 2023 draft guys, killing it. Tyler Smith, 1 most improved. We'll take that. Valanciunas knows his role and shuts his mouth and plays well. He's literally Travis Kelce. That is Travis Kelce, 100%. We got Gafford. We got Exum. We got Peyton Pritchard, who did shoot 37% from 3 and was a fine bench piece for us. Here we go. Round 1 against Golden State. A rematch of the Western Conference Finals in 2022. Let's avenge that team. Boom. We win in 5. Kyrie wasn't on that team, but he is now. Luka and Kyrie combined for 50. Hawkins and Tyler Smith for 36. Let's go. 51 combined between these 3. And we're taking on Wembanyama and the Spurs. They also have Fred VanVleet. They drafted Zachary Reese-Shea, number 1 overall. They have Grayson Allen. I don't care who they have. We're going to... Okay. Well, that just humbled me real quick. All right, well, the Utah Jazz were up 3-0 against us last year, and we ended up coming back down 3-0 to win it all. Kyrie Irving... wow, through 3 games is shooting 27% from the field, 13% from 3. Tyler Smith has been bad in this series. So is Dante Exum. So is Jordan Hawkins, kind of. All right, well, I guess it's the defense of that Spurs team. We don't get swept. The prime position for them to gentleman sweep us. And that is not the case. Oh my God, are we going to come back down 3-0 here? That would just be hilarious. All right, here we go. Game number 6, the force of game 7. 2 Texas teams right here. Come on, we're playing well. We're playing well on the road. Game 7's at home. This is the toughest game. I'm fine with going to game 7, but we got to win this one. Down by 4 with 3 minutes to go. Down by 6. Oh my God. We actually had that in the 4th quarter. We got outscored by 15 points. Oh my God, we're down by 2. All right, let's just see what can happen. Oh my God, we have the ball. Oh my God, I should have just... Oh my God, okay. We can easily force overtime. I'm not going to go for the 3. Luka, get to the rim. Luka, get to the rim. Oh my God, he's going to miss that. Lively, go up. Yes, Derek Lively, the cleanup crew. And we may go to overtime. Derek Lively, 17-9. They don't have Wemby out there. Okay, they have Bagley, who was selected above Luka Doncic. Sorry, Kings fans. Devin Vassell. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I thought he had to shoot it right away. Oh my God. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I jumped right away because I thought he had to shoot it right away. He had time to make a move. That's why I shouldn't hop into these games. All right, man, year 2026, the year of the choke job. We were so going to win that series as well if we won that game. All right, so we're not going to go back-to-back here. The 5-seeded Spurs versus the 6-seeded Grizzlies, 3-seeded Cavs versus the 8-seeded Pacers. And the finals is going to consist of Wemby and the Spurs, Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs, and the Cavs sweep them. Garland is your finals MVP. So Chris Paul does retire. He was not on a team last year. Drew Holiday retires as well. John Wall, some great point guards in NBA history. Doc Rivers retires. We will be adding 2 expansion teams next year. Don't worry. We're not getting Boston's pick at number 1. That's crazy. They were the worst team in the NBA. Their pick actually falls to 4. That sucks for them. It was lottery protected. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown a protection on that. We do own our pick at 29. So I'm just going to make my selection at 29. I think it's going to be a pretty team offseason unless we have a mid-level exception to use. Alex Purdue is 7'3" center out of Clemson. Looks pretty good. Was your number 1 overall pick. Spurs have pick 2, and they were just in the finals. They get Bryce Strickland out of Auburn. Here's how the top 5 looked with Maurice Reeves going 3 to the Rockets. 4 was Floyd Reed, 23-year-old, 73 overall. Does not look great. Jake Kemp goes number 5 to the Blazers. He's out of OSU, and Reed is out of Virginia. So at pick 29, we select Carl Paxson out of Nevada. I think the Martin twins went to Nevada. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. Did Max Strus go to Nevada? Or was he DePaul? Yeah, he was DePaul. But Paxson, 6'7", he's 20 years old, 242. He could be a pretty good player for us. He is a 75 overall. So let's sign Carl Paxson. Team player options, Lively, Hawkins, and Tyler Smith. These 2 are going to be restricted free agents next year. We got to figure out what their extensions are going to look like. Obviously, they're both going to be big priorities for us. KD's a free agent. Chet's restricted. Curry, Fox, Trae Young. Obviously, we don't really have any money here. Now, I do have a mid-level exception. I don't know. Wow, I can get like an Austin Reeves. I can get a Corey Kispert, PG Washington. I guess John Collins is a little bit outside the mid-level exception price range, because if we could work on that shot, or did he get an extension from Golden State? He wants 15 mil. We can keep an eye on him. We can keep an eye on him and see if he ends up getting signed. So we're going to renounce the rights on all 5 of these guys: Banton, Wilson, McDaniels, Kennard, and Dwight Powell. All right, so after moratorium, I don't know. A lot of these guys are getting signed that we don't need to use the mid-level exception this year. We can obviously use it next year. Collins, did he? He got a 3-year deal from the Clippers for $14 million. Oh my God, I feel like I could have paid that. I wanted him. I thought he would have been a good floor spacer, good power forward for us. I mean, looking at the team right now, we have Luka and Pritchard, Kyrie and Paxson, Exum and Hawkins, Valanciunas and Smith. I mean, I don't really need to use the mid-level exception right now. I do see Trey Murphy there. We're just going to get him and Jordan Hawkins on the team. That would probably bump Exum out of the rotation. And I think we're going to do that. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal, so we still have that open cap sheet in 2028. And yeah, Trey Murphy accepts that offer. So play progression, we do see some regression to Exum. He could get traded before the season starts. Good 3-point shooter, good defender, good playmaker as well. Definitely would have some value on the open market. Valanciunas, though, may get like 10 minutes a night from me. That's like another reason why I wanted John Collins as well, just because of Valanciunas getting up there in age and him not being as good. So I think we're going to look to move Dante Exum, I think. And we're going to get a top 10 protected first-round pick from the Pacers for him. And we got to pay John Conchar $6 million, but he's not going to play for us. We have to throw in a second in that deal, but the Pacers get some shooting. So let's look at the rotation this year. Exum, you were great to us. You helped us win a championship. That is definitely not going to go unrecognized. So I think Hawkins can get 32 minutes a night. Let's go 28 to 30 to Tyler Smith. Let's do that. 32 to Lively. Gafford, 24 minutes a night as the 7th man. Let's do 26 to Murphy. Pritchard, probably 10 minutes a night. I was thinking Valanciunas 10 minutes a night, but I want to give Carl Paxson at least like 12. So I may drop these guys just a tad bit. Lively just may get 30 for the regular season. 28 to Smith. Maybe 30 to Hawkins, 34 to Kyrie. Now, I actually do want to do 32 to Hawkins. I want to see what he can do. So let's give 14 minutes to Carl Paxson. If he's inefficient, probably at the deadline, I'll just give Peyton Pritchard and Valanciunas some of his minutes. System proficiency for this team is 4-star perimeter centric. I'm excited to see what Hawkins and Smith can do another year of progression. We beat the Rockets by 5 to start off the year. Hawkins with 22 points. You love to see that. I'm going to work on the Luka extension next year when I have an idea with what I want to do. I could already re-sign Daniel Gafford. Pritchard, we could re-sign as well. I mean, for $3 million, I'll probably do that. I'm sure Valanciunas just wants the minimum. But right now, Valanciunas is gone at the end of the year. Hawkins will be restricted. Same with Lively. I don't think I'm going to bring back Valanciunas. Obviously not Conchar as well. Next year, though, we'll have these guys under contract going forward. Yeah, we have a really open cap sheet for the 2029 season right now. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline, 39-13. So we're still one of the best teams in the Western Conference. I feel like last year could have been still such a good year to win a title. Jordan Hawkins is shooting 40% from the field, but is shooting 39% from three. Which is still really good, but maybe his price tag can go down a little bit. Tyler Smith, progressing man, he's shooting 41% from 3 as a stretch 4 for us, averaging 3 assists a night as well. Trey Murphy shooting 34% from 3, 90 from the line. It's a little disappointing, not gonna lie. I wish he was shooting, honestly, 40%. I kind of signed him to be that specialist guy. Carl Paxson's been kind of inefficient. I mean, I doubt he's gonna play for us in the playoffs, but I think I'm gonna let this team rock, and I'll see you guys at the end of the 2027 season. All right, well, Luka just won his 4th MVP in this video. I guess it's nice when you're actually controlling him. Alex Purdue, the #1 overall pick to the Lakers, is your rookie of the year. Carlton Carrington, Bub Carrington of the Pittsburgh Panthers in real life, is your 6th man of the year in year number 3. Depoy goes to Wemby. Most improved, Rob Dillingham from the 24 class. Steph Curry, clutch player of the year. And we get coach of the year again with Jason Kidd. Luka on All-NBA first team. I want Kyrie on an All-NBA second or third team, but I'm just not getting it. Somehow Luka is an all-defensive caliber guy. And back-to-back years, we are the 1 seed in the West. We're going to be taking on the Nuggets in round number 1. Luka finished with 28 points. Kyrie, 21. Jordan Hawkins, 15. Tyler Smith, 13. Derek Lively, 12. And then there's Trey Murphy with 10. I don't know about the Trey Murphy fit. I don't think it's been all that good so far. So I'm not going to play the rookie Paxson for the playoffs. It's going to just allocate more minutes to the starting 5. We win game 1 by 26 points. Love that. Let's just beat the Nuggets, man. Have they added anybody new? They still have Jamal Murray. I love Devin Carter for them. See if they develop him properly. Michael Porter Jr., Tobias Harris at the 4. Not bad, but obviously a downgrade from Aaron Gordon. They got Cam Thomas off the bench. Actually hate that for that team and that kind of culture and that scheme fit. But we end up sweeping them. We're going to be taking on Portland in round number 2. Luke averaged 32, 9, and 13. Kyrie, 29 points per game as a 35-year-old. I may have to extend him again. I didn't think I was going to have to, but dude, he is not slowing down. They got Collier, Shaedon Sharpe, Ron Holland, Obi Toppin. All right, they moved Scoot to the bench. Now, when I do a 10-year Blazers rebuild, I'm not doing that. We're building around Scoot, but let's beat them. Don't lose to them. Oh my God, we win in 7. We won by 12. Here we are in the conference finals. But I was getting deja vu to the last 2 years. But hey, I'll take it. We're going up against the Golden State Warriors, a team we had beaten in the playoffs, I believe in round 1 last year. Let's beat them here. They got Keegan Murray. Shout out to them. Let's go to the NBA Finals. Let's go. So the exact two teams that were in the Western Conference Finals in 2022, the opposite team wins now in the Dallas Mavericks. Luka, Western Conference Finals MVP. I'm talking too fast. Let me slow down. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just talk way too fast. I feel like I'm trying to think of the next 3 things to say, and then I'm talking over myself, and it's terrible. So I apologize if I'm talking way too fast, but we're going up against the Pistons in the NBA Finals. So game number 1, we end up winning by 28 points. They do have OG Anunoby there in Detroit. They have Asor Thompson. OG and Asor is pretty nasty. And Miles Turner. Okay. That's pretty good. I mean, they were the 1 seed. We go up 2-0. We're 2 games away from getting title number 2 in year number 4. I will take those odds any day of the week. 134-120. We are up 3-0. Don't blow a 3-0 lead. Boom. We gentlemen sweep them. Luka gets ring number 2. Hell yeah. We end the 2027 season off on a great note. Harden retires as a Pelican. Curry retires as a Golden State Warrior. It's pretty cool. Spent his whole career there. Didn't leave in free agency. Curry and Harden head to the Hall of Fame. Get their jerseys retired. And we may get a top pick in the draft from the Boston Celtics. Oh my God. So I just won the finals and got pick number 1 from the PJ Washington trade. I don't think anybody knew how bad Boston was going to be. But yeah, I have the number 1 pick in the draft. I don't even know what we're going to target here. Who's even the best player in this class? Harris Buska out of Romania. I mean, okay. His ceiling is Alex English. I don't hate that. Bob Stevens. So there's not a consensus number 1. Bob Stevens also looks good. He's 22 years old. We could also trade the pick if we wanted to. I mean, I assume that Daniel Gafford is going to, or not Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively's going to demand a lot of money. I'd like to bring back Jordan Hawkins. I think if we have a salary issue, I would trade away Trey Murphy. I mean, we just won a title with him. But yeah, all these guys are in the final years of their contract. We have the number 1 pick. I don't know what to do with it. This is crazy. Dennis Madsen also looks pretty good, and he's 20 years old. It's just we don't need a point guard right now. All right, let's take him. Harris Buska, sorry if I'm butchering it, out of Romania. 6'7", number 1 overall pick in the draft. He's going to cost me a pretty penny, though. So I don't know if that's going to impede on what I could do next year in free agency. The 2nd overall pick went for Domantas Sabonis. Well, I kind of like that idea. Angelo Ferrari out of Italy goes number 2. Dennis Madsen 3. Bobby Walker 4. And then number 5, the Clippers are trading the pick and a 2nd for Naz Reid and Jeremy Grant. Well, Sabonis went for number 2, and then Naz Reid and Grant for 5. Ferrari doesn't look that good, but the Kings have 2 top 5 picks, so they have a completely new front court now. So it looks like we did take the best player in the class, though, which makes me feel a little bit better about myself. So let's sign him. He's going to be making $14 million a year. Pick up the team option on Tyler Smith, Derek Lively, Jordan Hawkins, take the QOs. Yeah, Hawkins for $12 million, bringing him back is fine. I'll give Valanciunas the minimum because why not? Just giving Lively $30 million, I think I don't really want to do that. So Lively actually got a deal from the Hawks. 3 years, $85 million. So what is that, $28 million a year? $28 million a year? Almost $29 million a year. I don't know if I like that. But I feel like I gotta bring him back, right? All right, so let's match that. That is a decent amount of money, but hopefully Hawkins I can get back for a little bit cheaper. So yeah, 3 years, $34 million for Jordan Hawkins. I'm gonna trade Peyton Pritchard to the Milwaukee Bucks for 2 second-round picks because I think he was gonna be one of the odd men out of the rotations. Because I have Paxson off the bench. These guys can get their minutes staggered. We have Murphy, Hawkins, and Buska now. Tyler Smith is gonna play. Valanciunas probably not, but obviously these 2 are still gonna play. I do have a mid-level exception to also use this offseason. I'm not using it though. Isaiah Stewart. Oh, it's a really good ad. It's a really good ad, but I'm not going to do it. So Kyrie starts to regress. Will this be his final year in Dallas? We'll see. I also wanted to front-load a Derek Lively deal, and he's probably going to be going up in salary. Yeah, $31 million player option in his age 26 season. At least Tyler Smith goes up 3 overalls, and Carl Paxson as well. So maybe for the regular season, we're not going to play Kyrie as much, but that's definitely going to be the starting 5. I mean, this could be Gafford's last year, and we're going to let him walk in free agency because I don't want to pay him and Lively. I don't want to dish out $50 million a year to centers, right? It's probably not the best way to allocate my funds. So let's go 23 minutes to Murphy, 22 to Gafford. He's probably going to hate that role. I want to go 30 to the front court. Hawkins could get 28, 33 to Kyrie, 36 to Lucas Fine. Paxson needs to get minutes. Buska needs to get minutes. Valanciunas doesn't. So I think we're good with that, this 9-man rotation. Paxson can get 17 minutes a night, and let's go 21 to the number 1 overall pick. we just won the title, so he's definitely gonna have to earn his reps. 4-star perimeter centric. First game of the season, road game against the Hawks, we end up dropping 162 points on them. Kyrie is in his age 35 season and dropped 38 to start off the year. Luka had a 20-20 game. Buska 26 points off the bench. Oh my God. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. We are 38-12. We are the 3 seed in the West. Shout out to the Portland Trailblazers, who are 43-10 with Isaiah Collier, Shaedon Sharpe, RJ Barrett, Ron Holland, Walker Kessler. That's a good team with Simons, Aiden Levine off the bench. Mingyu Chan is up to an 89 overall. Yeah, this dude is an absolute beast. A former #1 overall pick. We were there at the 3 seed. Luka is our #1 scorer. Kyrie in his final year. Oh my God, look at that efficiency. 54 from the field, 48 from 3, 95 from the line at 35 years old. I feel like I have to bring him back. Tyler Smith is going to be a restricted free agent at the end of the year. Jordan Hawkins is still an elite 3-point shooter, an elite free throw shooter. At least the field goal percentage is up also. Derek Lively, I don't know if he's worth $30 million a year, but he's been a good player. There's Harris Buska as well as a rookie. He's 22 years old. I don't think I'm going to make any trades at the deadline. I want to see if this team can win a title. Will Luka win another MVP? I mean, probably. Harris Buska is number 4 in Rookie of the Year voting. Reed Shepard, shout out to him in Philadelphia, #1 in 6th Man of the Year. We got nobody in Depoy, Most Improved, or Clutch Player of the Year, sadly. All right, so we got Luka to come back on a 4-year extension. It's going to go up to pretty much $50 million a year. It's a lot of money. So Kyrie, I mean, he wants 36 mil. He's 35 years old. I want to see how the playoffs go. I think Daniel Gafford could be gone at the end of the year. Probably not worth to pay a backup center $15 million when I'm paying somebody pretty similar in talent level $30 million to start. All right, so Luka Doncic wins another MVP. He averaged 12 assists this year, 28.5 points, 9.5 rebounds almost. But we are not the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We're going to be the 3 seed going up against Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs, Davion Mitchell, Devin Vassell, Zachary Visachet, Jeremy Shohan, and then there's Wemby, Wendell Carter Jr., Fred VanVleet, Keldon Johnson, and Lou Dort off the bench. Shout out to Fred VanVleet, still on a, respectable team this late into the rebuild. And are we going to be able to get another ring, or is this going to be the end of an era of Dallas Mavericks basketball? Kyrie, don't go out like this. I mean, he's efficient, but I don't know, man. That's a little upsetting. Jordan Hawkins, that's really upsetting, that performance through those first 3 games. Tyler Smith, did everybody forget how to play basketball? Oh my God, Trey Murphy in Dallas really didn't work out too much. I mean, we won a title last year. Carl Paxson, you're killing me. Game number 4, we do win, so at least we have the dignity of not getting swept. Okay, Kyrie has an incredible game. Tyler Smith, really good game as well. We don't stay alive, though. We got gentlemen swept by a 6 seed. That is embarrassing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like this could be a new era of Dallas Mavericks basketball. I mean, with this core, we did win 2 rings. Luke is obviously coming back. Derek Lively, I think will be back. I don't think he'll get traded. Gafford will be probably gone. Tyler Smith's a restricted free agent. Jordan Hawkins is under contract. Trey Murphy's probably gone because we drafted Harris Buska. I know I'm probably butchering his name. I'm really sorry if you were from Romania and you were hearing me butcher that. I think Carl Paxson will be in the rotation next year for sure. Kyrie could be gone, though. Ron Holland is your Western Conference Finals MVP, and Tatum in Indiana, your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And the Blazers were the 1 seed, and they win it all. And Finals MVP is going to be Ron Holland. So Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Jonas Valanciunas, Damian Lillard, Drummond. A lot of notable retirees. Josh Richardson on our team joining Valanciunas. So we had 2 guys enter retirement. Lillard, George, and Butler are all heading to the Hall of Fame. Now, I feel like if this was a real, new era of Mavericks basketball, I'd probably get a new coach, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I also forgot to add some expansion teams, so that will come next year, hopefully. We do own our pick at 29. And we're going to take Lenny Tavares, a point guard out of USC, a little bit smaller at 6'1", but he's 19 years old, could definitely develop as well. As the #1 overall pick was Gabrielle Conley, 22-year-old center, going to the Chicago Bulls. You have Tyron Christie going to the Jazz at number 2. We're going to sign Lenny Tavares there. Could be in the G League. I hope so. I probably don't want him to crack the rotation, so Tatum's a free agent. We could go after him. Brunson, bringing him back to Dallas. Franz Wagner's a free agent. DeJounte Murray's a free agent. None of those guys are really upgrades over Kyrie Irving, though. Oh, man, Nikola Jokic is a free agent. All right, that's definitely interesting. I would not be able to sign anybody else because he wants $60 million a year, and I'd have to compete with 3 other teams. Tatum, there's Zion. Devin Booker is here. Kyrie Irving has 4 different offers, but none of them are real yet. So right now under contract, we just have 6 players, and 3 of them are our most recent first-round picks. So we have a ton of free agents in Kyrie, Gafford, and Smith. We're not going to bring back Trey Murphy. All right, I know we have Derek Lively, but a part of me really wants to get Nikola Jokic on this team. I don't know, just like Jokic and Luka together is pretty sick if that ever comes true. I mean, if I offer him a contract, that basically is all my cap, and we have to go up against some other teams as well. So I would have to maybe even shed cap to go out and get him. I mean, Zion could possibly be somebody as well, but then I feel like we're just kind of losing our shooting guard because I don't know who's going to replace. Like maybe Harris Buska can end up being the shooting guard. Maybe it's Carl Paxson as well. Oh man, I'm in like kind of a tough situation here what I want to do. And I know like I want to bring back Tyler Smith, so I obviously have a certain cap hold that I can't go over. We'll see if we're going to bring back Gafford. I mean, Smith only wants $15 million a year, which I think is pretty reasonable for what we'd be paying him. I feel like we maybe are overpaying Lively a little bit. I could re-sign Kyrie. I mean, I don't really think it's worth it to get DeJounte Murray. All these guys are restricted. Then I feel like we're significantly downgrading there. Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try to offer Jokic a deal. I will offer him that. I'll give him a player option, no trade clause. It's the most I can give him, it looks like. I don't know why I can't give him the $2.7 million more. I doubt he accepts this deal. A little bit less to come here. Yeah, I doubt it. So we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. Has Kyrie got a real offer? He does not. So maybe I'll wait till after moratorium to figure this out, just in case maybe Jokic does make it through. So I'm not bringing back Trey Murphy. We're going to keep these guys open. Jokic goes to the Hawks. We'll see if he actually signs with them. Now that the Suns gave Kyrie a one-year deal, the problem is, like, I want to re-sign Kyrie, or, like, I don't mind re-signing Kyrie, but then I'm like, am I ever going to have a max contract again? No, I think we could. I mean, if I give Kyrie a 2-year deal worth $38 million, I mean, that's fine. So that means I'm just going to give Daniel Gafford a 2-year deal to come back as well. We signed both of them. Sweet. And then let's see. Does Jokic make it past moratorium? That would be kind of funny if he does. Does he end up signing with the Hawks fully? He did, actually. Okay, so Tyler Smith, I'm going to give a 4-year deal to, probably starting around $15 million. And we are going to sign him to that 4-year deal. Obviously, you can also tell it's like a new day for me, obviously. So we kind of have our core again. I mean, we have about 9 guys that are going to crack the rotation. I think Lenny Tavares is going to play. I don't really have like a full mid-level exception, but I may just sign some guys like Ochai Agbaji, may take a chance on him. I signed Kevin McCullough, who's currently playing for the Kansas Jayhawks right now, and I'm also going to sign Marjon Beauchamp, or no, never mind, can't afford him. So I'm going to try to sign Kevon Looney on a 1-year deal. So player progression, Kyrie does regress, not surprised. Harris Buska is up to an 82 overall. He's going to play a ton of minutes this year. So I think we're going to play Buska at the 3, and Jordan Hawkins can actually be like a perfect 6-man for us. I think Gafford's probably going to get like 18 minutes a night. I know I said I wasn't going to bring him back, and I did. I think we could see what Kevin McCullough can do, because he could honestly develop into being a pretty good shooter. I feel like we're taking a good chance on him. I think him and Lenny Tavares can get like each 10 minutes a night. We'll go 18 to Gafford, 21 to Carl Paxson. This is a big year. It's kind of make or break for him. Jordan Hawkins can get 30 minutes a night. Same with Lively. I mean, maybe Pax, I don't know, actually, because I want to see if I can get a couple more minutes to Kyrie or Harris Buska here. So we'll do something like that. We'll do probably like 29 to Harris, maybe 30, and then 33 to Kyrie. So that's what we're going to rock with. System proficiency, Jason Kidd, 4-star perimeter centric once again. First game of the year at home against the Grizzlies. We end up winning by 24 points, man. Kyrie is still him at the age of 36. And Luka Doncic wins a 2029 MVP. It's actually crazy that he's still winning them every single year now that we're controlling him. That's his 5th MVP. His 4th straight. Gabriel Conley is your rookie of the year, the number 1 overall pick. You went to the Chicago Bulls. Kyle Filipowski, 6th man of the year on the Chicago Bulls. Wemby, Depoy, Sylvester Sullivan, most improved. Trae Young, clutch player of the year. So he's not even playing with Jokic in Atlanta. And we get coach of the year with 61 wins. Luka Doncic, All-NBA first team, obviously. I don't think I'm going to get my wish of getting Kyrie Irving on an All-NBA team, so he's probably done with that, unfortunately. 61 wins and coach of the year got me the 3 seed in the Western Conference. All right, that's kind of odd. I thought we would have ended up being a top seed, or at least 1 or 2, I should say. But no, the Thunder and the Rockets are ahead of us here in the West, so it's going to be tough to win it all. Luka had a fantastic season. Kyrie, you can probably see the regression. I'm a little worried about next year's season, since I gave him a 2-year deal, but we'll see how that goes. Harris Buska, though, is developing at a great level. Year 2 was a success, and he could be our 2nd leading scorer next year. Tyler Smith, really good as well. 41% from 3, 8 rebounds, 3.7 assists a night. Jordan Hawkins, phenomenal bench piece for us, man, making $11 million a year. There's Derek Lively, who's good. Who is good. Carl Paxson was a big year for him. Might be moved in the offseason. Just not a really successful season. And next year's the last year of his rookie deal. There's Daniel Gafford, fine, back up big. Kevin McCullough, fine. And Lenny Tavares, also fine. So for the playoffs, I'm not going to play Carl Paxson. No, he's going to be out of the rotation. We're going to go to a 9-man. So Tavares is going to get like 10 minutes. We're going to go 15 to McCullough. We're going to go 30 to Hawkins. Let's go 32 to the front court. 32 to Buska. Let's go 35 to Kyrie, and then 37 to Luka. All right, so we're taking on Wemby and the Spurs. They got Reece Shea still, Marcus Sasser, Boo Dort, Davion Mitchell, Trey Mann. Are we able to beat them in advance to the second round of the playoffs? Yes, we do. We gentlemen sweep them, and we're going from one Texas team to another. We're going from the Spurs to the Rockets. Luka, 38 and 11 in those 5 games. Harris Buska, man, this could be the breakout series for him. Love to see that. Tyler Smith definitely struggled. 36 from the field, 23 from 3. Kyrie, I mean, not really the old Kyrie that we saw. Even Hawkins struggled as well, so I'm glad we gentlemen swept them when some guys were not playing all that well. Mingyu is up to a 93 overall. This dude is a beast. His stats are okay. They're not 93 overall type stats, but he's pretty good. Joel Mann looks really good. Out of St. John's as well. That's really cool. He's a 90 overall. They still have Cam Whitmore, Jabari Smith, Şengün. Jalen Green's coming off the bench with Eason, Klingon, Kobe White. And then you have the Thunder and the Blazers over there in the top part of the Western Conference. We are down 2-1. We tied up. We had 4 guys score 20 plus in game number 4. Game 5 goes to the Dallas Mavericks by, what, 37 points? Luka with 31, 7, and 16. Tyler Smith had a perfect game shooting. Oh my God, from the field, from 3, and from the line. You love to see that, man. Harris Buska has really broken out in the playoffs. I really hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I know he's not a real player, but still. Game 6, are we going to a 7? No, we end up winning in 6. Oh my God, I did not mean to simulate the conference finals yet, but what a final game here from Luka, from Harris, from Kyrie, from Derek Lively, from Tyler Smith. They got it done. So yeah, you have the 8-seeded Hornets over there in the East. We already played 1 game against the Blazers. We blew them out. All right, so could we maybe go to the finals here? We lose game 2. All right, Shaedon Sharpe with 39. Ron Holland is pretty good. They still have Jabari Walker, or is that Jarris Walker? Let's see. That is Jabari Walker still. I mean, one of these 2 teams is going to go to their second finals in 3 years, so let's find out. Don't go down 3-1. We go down 3-1. Damn, are the Blazers going to be our kryptonite? They could be. Don't lose in 5. Damn, man. We won game 1, and then they won 4 unanswered. That is pretty embarrassing. I don't know if I regret the Kyrie signing now in the conference finals. Luka was fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. Kyrie's good, but was he worth... I mean, I'm glad it's only a 2-year deal. Damn, Tyler Smith really did struggle. He shot 37% from the field. He ended up shooting 33 from 3, 75 from the line in the conference finals. Not great whatsoever. And the Blazers go back-to-back. They won it last year. They win it this year. Holland is your finals MVP. So we're going to be adding a team to the Bronx. Move over to Fordham. They're going to be the #1 team in the Bronx. And then we are going to have Nashville getting a team as well. KD retires. Tim Hardaway Jr. Damn, Tim Hardaway Jr. was a 2013 draft. Yeah, and KD was 2007. 6 years apart. And we are going to see any staff retirements, notable ones. Nobody too crazy. Hall of Fame, Kevin Durant, obviously. Jersey retirements, Kevin Durant. We are obviously going to add 2 new expansion teams to the league. Realignment, we're going to throw the Brawlers in the Atlantic. Definitely 3 teams in kind of the metropolitan area with Brooklyn, I guess Manhattan, and the Bronx. The Stars are going to go to the Central. And yeah, to make the conferences align properly, we're going to move the Bucks to the Northwest, and the Southwest are going to get the Thunder, because that just makes more sense geographically. So here we are, draft lottery time. We don't have any lottery picks. I feel like we haven't in a minute. And we are picking at 26 via Indiana, and we also have number 29 as well. Jason Kidd is a free agent. I'm probably going to bring him back, though. We've had decent success in this video. All right, so Luka, Kyrie, yeah, we're going to protect everybody here. I think Carl Paxson we're probably not going to protect out of everybody here, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I could get my Kyrie out, and I could free up $41 million. If I don't protect Kyrie, he's 37. Oh, that is an interesting decision to make. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm not going to protect Kyrie Irving. He's going to be going to an expansion team, and I may use that cap space to improve this team, because I feel like we've hit our ceiling with Kyrie and Luka. That is probably the best player I've never protected in an expansion draft. So he's probably going to be the #1 pick. No, it's actually Keegan Murray. So he goes to the Bronx. He's going back to the New York area where he played for the Brooklyn Nets. He was the 2nd overall pick there. You can let me know in the comments what do you think about that decision. I guess we don't know yet how it's going to pan out until we see who's a free agent. So I took Edward Frazier here, 26th overall out of Vanderbilt. And I took Leroy Allen, a power forward out of Texas, at 29th overall. The #1 pick was Alan Mayer out of Wisconsin. He went to the Toronto Raptors. Russ Strickland was a 3rd overall pick. Guillermo Delgado was number 2. So we had 2 second-round picks. We had an early one in Dave Sullivan. I'm going to sign. Where did he go to again? Minnesota. And then Andre Young out of Nebraska. Might as well just fill out the roster spot. So Paxson, we're going to pick up the team option. Buska's contract was up to $15 million a year, but Paxson's probably going to get traded. I may even trade Daniel Gafford as well to clear up some cap. I might as well offer him a color of the qualifying offer. I mean, it doesn't hurt at all. So free agency, wow, Mingyu is here. All right, not Oh man, it's not a good free agency class. Damn it, I fumbled that. I really did. So year 7 could be maybe like a bridge year, and we could see Paxson play more minutes, and this could be like a make or break year for him. I think I'd probably start Jordan Hawkins at the 2. We could see Buska maybe average 20 something a night, and he's still under control for 2 more years. So I think I may not even look to make a move this offseason. Like next year we'll have Daniel Gafford's contract freed up, right? Luka is staying at 46 mil. Lively could opt in, but I could also trade him next year. I mean, he would have some value. I think next year is where we hopefully sign a big name free agent. And I think for once I'm actually going to play some of my young guys. We may get McCullough back on the qualifying offer, like sure, but I think I'm actually going to play my most recent first round picks instead of sending them to the G League or just not having them in the rotation, because that's sometimes what happens in some of these expansion rebuilds. The Rockets brought back their elite young backcourt. I don't know why I said expansion rebuilds. I meant 10-year rebuilds. So yeah, we're gonna make it through free agency here. Watch Kyrie win MVP for the Bronx Ballers. We got McCullough back. Luka maybe peaked at a 97, 98. We do have Harris Busk up to an 86 overall. Excited to see how he could play this year. Tyler Smith maybe peaked at an 81 overall. All right, so for year number 7, let's look at the rotation. I will not be starting McCullough. I think I'm gonna start Jordan Hawkins, but I'm going to play a ton of Carl Paxson. This may be stupid after the year he had last year, but I want to like see if he could play well, because we drafted him 29th overall. It would be cool if he worked out. McCullough could play, but I just want to see if I can get any minutes to these young guys first. Like, let's see what Edward Frazier can do. Let's see what Leroy Allen can do, these first round picks. Allen's going to get like 10 minutes tonight. Let's probably go like 15 to Tavares and Frazier. Let's do 18 to Gafford. This is probably his last year. I know I said that last time. Paxson can get 24 minutes a night. 30 to Lively. Can we get 30 to Smith? 32 to Buska. Let's go maybe 29 to Hawkins, 33 to Buska. I'm cool with that. System proficiency, 4 stars. Let's see how we do in the post-Kyrie Irving Dallas Mavericks era. Since free agency wasn't good, I didn't want to just spend just to spend. So yeah, theoretically, I could have brought back Kyrie Irving or could have like let somebody else walk in the expansion draft, but I took a chance. I took a risk. It didn't pan out, and that's going to happen sometimes. But we are going to have a max slot potentially open this offseason. So I'm excited about that. While we still have some of our young core under these rookie deals, we still have Luka Doncic, and I'm expecting a big year from Harris Buska as well. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline with a 33-16 record. This team is the 3 seed once again in the Western Conference. Same spot where we were last year when we had Kyrie Irving on the team. Harris Buska is averaging 20 points here in year number 3. He could win most improved player this year for sure. Tyler Smith has also taken advantage of the increase in opportunity now that Kyrie Irving is gone. Jordan Hawkins, elite 3-point shooter for us, elite free throw shooter. There's Derek Lively, pretty much putting up Derek Lively numbers. Paxson, I want to say he's been somewhat better. Man, he had a promising like year 1, like definitely saw the flashes, but has not really progressed to being that good of a player for us. Sadly, the rookies also haven't been too good. I'm going to re-sign Jordan Hawkins to a 3-year deal so I don't have to worry about it in the offseason. He's been such a huge addition for us earlier in this 10-year rebuild. And also, if we look at the upcoming free agents, Wemby. Oh my God, Wemby could be unrestricted. Oh my God, okay, yeah. We could go after Wemby. We could go after Paolo, Kyrie, Trae Young. Not going to go after them. So it's really just Wemby or Paolo that I'm probably going to try to add this upcoming offseason. I could go after De'Aaron Fox as well, and then we could move Luka to the 2 also. All right, so could we maybe pair up the new MVP with like the former MVP this offseason? We'll see. Delgado is your rookie of the year. Kobe Buffkin and OKC 6th man. Wemby wins MVP and DPOY in the same year. Shout out to Devin Carter winning most improved now that he's a Nashville Star. He also wins clutch player of the year as well. We finished the season as the 4 seed. We're going to be going up against the OKC Thunder, still with Shea in round number 1, Chet Holmgren, but definitely a beatable team for sure. Luka led the team in scoring, followed by Harris Buska, followed by Tyler Smith, Jordan Hawkins, and Derek Lively. The bench was all right. So we are not going to play the rookies any minutes in the playoffs. McCullough is in the rotation. Shout out to Jordan Hawkins playing a big game in game number 1. Shout out to Carl Paxson, 19 points in 16 minutes. All right. Game number 2 goes to the OKC Thunder. We have Johnny Davis dropping 30 on us. All right. It would suck to lose in round 1 even with this team because Luka is still in his prime and I feel like we have a good supporting cast around him. Game number 4 goes to OKC by 4 points. All right, can we not go down 3-2, please? We go up 3-2. Boom, we dropped to 161. Everybody was in double figures besides Daniel Gafford. Let's win this series. Do not blow a 3-2 lead. We are going to a game 7. I am nervous, man. I don't want to lose this one. I don't at all. Come on, please win game 7. We're at home in Dallas on the home floor. Please get it done. We're down by 4 here in the 3rd. down by 4 in the fourth again. We take the lead. What a fourth quarter. What a fourth quarter. And we're going to win. Let's go. What a fourth quarter comeback. Luka, nobody scored above 20 points. I don't care. A win is a win. And we're going to be advancing to round number 2. Give me Portland. I want to try to beat them for the first time in a couple years. All right. So Portland has obviously been the best team in the league over the last 2 seasons. First 2 games, we split them. I will take that. Now we're going to Dallas for game number 3. I was gonna say that's where we take a 2-1 lead. And we lose them both. We're down 3-1, and we get gentlemen swept. Damn, isn't that what happened? Well, we didn't get gentlemen swept. We lost 3 unanswered. I think last year we lost 4 unanswered to them. Why are they so good? They're so freaking good, man. The Blazers have been dominating this rebuild so far. Ron Holland and Shaedon Sharpe have been like a cheat code together. And the finals are going to be with the Spurs, though. They beat the Blazers in 7 and the Bulls. And the Spurs win in 7 with Wemby being finals MVP. So I don't know if I can poach him from the Spurs. He just won MVP and finals MVP in the same season. I could have had more of a chance because maybe he never ended up thinking he could win in San Antonio, and then he would pair up with Luka Doncic. We'll see. So we have 2 finals rings in this video. We have 3 more seasons. I want to be able to compete and try to win 3 more. Like, I want a 3P to end this video, but we're going to have to add, I think, either Paolo or Wemby in free agency to do so. So the number 1 overall pick is Jamie Montgomery, a 23-year-old center out of the Pacific. You have Darius Kane going 3rd. Wilson Woods looks all right. Damian Lowe looks all right. Like, not the greatest draft. We got Alan Copeland there, though, 20-year-old, 28th overall pick out of Minnesota. We got Oscar Franklin and Chris Barrett, who we will sign as well. Derek Lively opts out. Whoa. I was not expecting that. I was thinking I was going to trade him potentially this offseason. That is interesting. I'm going to save the $6 million by not bringing back Dave Sullivan or Andre Young. I know that's a little risky, but we're going to let them walk. So Lively's a free agent. Was not expecting that. Cool. Bali's a free agent. Giddey's a free agent. Wemby, though, opts out. So we will have a chance to offer Wemby a deal. Paxson and McCullough could get the qualifying offers. I'm going to offer Wemby a lot of money. I don't think he's going to take it. I think he's going to go back to the Spurs. All right, let's see. Do I get Paolo or do I get Wemby? I get neither of them. Damn it. Oh my God. That sucks. That sucks so much, man. All right. I'm not going to announce the rates on Lively. I don't know what to do now. That stinks, man. Wemby, he doesn't even go to the Spurs. What? Oh my God. All right, wait, Paolo. All right, wait. Maybe we still have a chance on Paolo. Let's overpay for him a little bit. Player option. I don't want to do the no trade clause, but I may. All right, let's do the no trade clause. I don't think I would trade him. I don't know where I'd play him. Lively has 5 offers. Are any of them real? No. So I don't think we have to worry about him leaving yet. We get Paolo. Okay. And in order to get Paolo, I may have to renounce the rights. Like, is it worth it to renounce the rights on everybody? Like, could I keep Gafford? No. Can't keep Lively. Can't keep Paxson. All right. I don't know if 2K is going to still let me go over bird rights or over the cap to sign these guys. We'll see. As long as Lively doesn't take a real deal. All right. Well, he's going to get a massive 4-year deal. He's going to get his money. I'm going to choose Paolo over Lively any day of the week. So that sucks, though. We just lost Lively. We need a new center. I don't know if that could be Tyler Smith. I mean, I say I'm never going to bring back Gafford, but we can afford to bring him back. And we need a center, so I may overpay for Gafford. I may give him $36 million over 3 years, which isn't an overpay, but just try to outbid the Knicks, who also gave him a deal. So we'll give him like $12.96 million. We get him. We'll do a 2-year deal, team option next year, because I want to see how he plays. So Carl Paxson probably left us. I at least can't afford him. I mean, watch him just make it through the cracks, because like, who's going to give him a decent amount of money, because he hasn't been good, and there's so many shooting guards like in this tier. That's like what the problem becomes with in 2K. I can't afford to bring him back, sadly. But hey, big news. We ended up getting Paolo Banchero. Will he be better than Kyrie? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to play him at the small ball 5. I could play Tyler Smith at the 5 as well. Like, he's a solid rebounder. So Gafford could still potentially come off the bench. And we're going to give Kevin McCullough a 2-year deal to come back that he probably will accept. Yeah, 2 years, $6 million. I hope 2K glitches and gives me Carl Paxson back on the qualifying offer, but that is not the case. So player progression, we'll see if Paolo can help us win a championship. Buska does not progress, though, which is kind of scary to see. It's probably like, I've been saying here it's Buska. It's probably Buska, I would say, but I'm going to start, I think Hawkins at the 2. Maybe we do this. Maybe Tyler Smith comes off the bench. I'm excited to see what he can do off the bench. We'll give Gafford like 24 minutes. Smith can play some center. We're going to go 36 to Paolo, 36 to Buska, and we're going to go 36 to Doncic. We can do 27 to Hawkins, 32 to Tyler Smith. I think Kirk Paul can get some minutes. I want to see what he can do. I'm not really too excited about Leroy Allen or Edward Frazier this year, so I don't think that they're going to play for us. I am going to send Alan Copeland to the G League, and we'll see how this team does with Paolo Banchero as the number 2. We definitely got better last year going from Derek Lively to Paolo Banchero. We do start off the season with an L, though. So Wemby wins MVP with an absolute incredible season in Toronto. Damn, could I not have gotten him in Dallas? We did get Tyler Smith winning 6th Man of the Year, though, so I will definitely take that. Luka Doncic on All-NBA first team, still doing it at age 32. So we ended up as the 4th seed in the first year of the Paolo Banchero Dallas Mavericks era, as Harris... Busca, I forgot what I just started saying. Busca ends up being our leading scorer, so shout out to him. Banchero averaged 20 points and 7 rebounds. Probably not worth like almost $60 million a year. We're taking on the OKC Thunder again in round number 1. They got Johnny Furphy and older Aaron Gordon, Malik Monk, so they do have a Kentucky backcourt of Shea and Monk, but that is a team we should beat. Also, seeing the Bucks there in the Western Conference, always going to be kind of like just weird to see, but we are going to end up beating the Thunder in 5, and we're going to take on the Houston Rockets in round number 2. Good series from the big 3 so far. All right, so the Rockets still have like an elite backcourt that's still super young. Joel Mann is definitely progressing to a really good player. Can we beat them to advance to the Western Conference Finals? We are going to lose in Game 7. Damn it, we got blown out in Game 7. Paolo at 31 points. That is upsetting. That really is. Damn, Luka played so well. He averaged a 25-point triple-double. Damn, Kirk Paul really did struggle. So I'll have another year to head to the bench. I wanted to maybe even win 3 rings by the end of this video. That is not going to happen. Shout out to Trey Alexander of Creighton, winning Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and we lose to the team that won it all. So we got Roland Holmes at 27. Doesn't look like the greatest prospect in the world out of Duke, and we took Norm Dunn there in the 2nd round. Demetrius looks pretty good, number 1 overall pick. Not even going to try to pronounce that last name. Team player options. We're going to pick up, I think, Frazier, Allen, Tavares, Paul. Franklin, I will. Chris Barrett, no, because I may need some money to trade guys. Should I have waited another year for free agency? I don't know. Jokic is a free agent again, but we are going to have to pay Haris Busca a lot of money, though. Unrestricted free agency is pretty good, like Brandon Miller we could have added. Scoot would have been fun, but yeah, we're not going to do any of that. Man, shout out to Jaden Hardy. He has really progressed since leaving the Dallas Mavericks. I'm thinking about trading for him. All right, so we get Haris Busca back on a 5-year deal worth $170 million. We do have a decent mid-level exception. I'm trying to see if I can pick up Zach Edey. Mauricio Gonzalez is here as well. Zach Edey, I don't think is signed yet. But it's like, I'm a little bit off from trying to get him, though. So I'm like, I could maybe get him on a 1-year deal eventually. But I'm going to need nobody to like sign him, basically. All right, so day 12 of free agency. I'm going to offer Zach Edey. I think I can get him on a 3-year deal, or at least a 2-year deal. So I should be able to get bird rights on him. And he will accept that. 2 years, $31 million. That's kind of a steal. And then I'm going to move two former first-round picks, Alan Copeland and Leroy Allen, to the Spurs for a future first-round pick in 2033. Play progression. Luka is down a little bit. If I move him to small forward, he would go up. All right, so this is going to be the rotation. Doncic, Hawkins, Busca, Banchero, and Zach Edey, with Tyler Smith, Daniel Gafford, Lenny Tavares, and Kirk Paul off the bench. We could be a trade deadline team, but I do think this is a much better team than last year now that Dick Gafford is coming off the bench, and we have Zach Edey in the starting lineup, who just got a double-double in his Mavericks debut. So Luka Doncic ends up winning MVP, as we are back to playing play-in tournament teams, as we are the 2 seed here in the Western Conference. That's what I'm talking about. We had 3 20-point per game scorers with Luka, Paolo, and Haris Busca. Zach Edey averaged a double-double. We got a new extension done with Tyler Smith, who was so efficient for us off the bench this season. I think Lenny Tavares would be really good on another team in a much larger role. And we're taking on the Portland Trailblazers, who are the 7th seed. They still have Shaedon Sharpe and Ron Holland. They've inserted Anthony Simons back into that starting 5. It's a good team. We can't take them lightly, but it would be nice to finally beat them in the playoffs, even if it's not going to be in a conference finals, and we end up sweeping them, which feels really good. Luka gets his revenge. All right, now we're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have Anthony Edwards. They have Bob Stevens, an 89 overall point guard from Duke. Looks really good. They still have Karl Anthony Towns. They got G.G. Jackson. They got Jed Howard. This is the first time they've made it to the conference semifinals in a minute, and we are going to send them home. We are 8-0 in the playoffs. 8-0. We just swept the Timberwolves, and we're going up against the Lakers. We had 3 20-point per game scores, 4 17-point per game scores, 2 versus 8 seed on the East, 2 versus 8 seed in the West. Let's go. So the Lakers have Scoot, Bob Carrington, Jason Butler. This dude is a 90 overall. He was the former 3rd overall pick. Oh, yeah, that dude is really good. They have Alex Purdue, who I know was a number 1 overall pick in 2026. So they have some good players that they've progressed. Can we beat the Lakers, who have upsetted the Rockets and the Pelicans? Are they going to advance to the finals? No, we gentlemen sweep them. They get 1 win, so we go 12-1 on the East, or excuse me, on the Western side of things. And then we're going up against Wemby, Scotty Barnes, Alan Mayer, who I believe was the #1 pick as well. Wow, it's a good Raptors team here in the finals. Game number 1 goes to Dallas. Come on, we haven't lost the finals. We're 2-0 in the ones we've been in. Game 2 goes to Dallas. Let's go. We are chugging along. We are dominating the playoffs right now. Let's go up 3-0. Damn it. All right, 2-1. They won by 6. I mean, this is a brand new series again if they win game number 4, and we are up 3-1. Let's go. We win by 17. Luka with 31 and 11. Tyler Smith with 26 points off the bench. Edie had 7 assists. That's what I'm talking about. Game 5 goes to the Mavericks. Boom, let's go, baby. I was getting nervous. I was like, could we win a title in the post-Kyrie era? And we do just that in year number 9. I do forget, though, that the Timberwolves won the 2024 finals in this video, beating the Cavs in 7. So I didn't mean to disrespect them before. The Blazers have 2 rings. We now have the most in this video with 3. And we're going to go for 4 in the final year. Kyrie Irving ended up playing in Brooklyn. Was pretty good. Then ended up signing with Golden State. Got traded to Indiana. And finished pretty good, though, in his career. Was never, like, inefficient at all. There goes Anthony Davis. He retires as well. AD and Kyrie are both heading to the Hall of Fame. AD gets his jersey retired by the Pelicans and by the Lakers. So Daryl Peterson, we got at 32 out of Georgetown, and we got Abraham Lewis in the 2nd round. Oof, Harvey Wheeler, #1 overall pick power forward out of Washington State to the Clippers, looks really good. Mo Olsen out of St. Mary's from the WCC goes to the Celtics at 2, and Theo Cross out of Notre Dame goes 3. This could be a generational top 3 if they all develop properly. We're going to pick up the team options on these guys just in case we want to make a trade. I think I'm going to try to re-sign Lenny Tavares and Kirk Paul as well, because I think I'm just going to run this team back for the 10th and final year, because nobody's getting too old, so we might be okay. And the final play progression, Luka starting to regress, but is still a 95 overall. Banchero peaked at like a 91, it looks like, and says he's a 92 as well. Busca at an 88. There's Tower Smith, E.D. Hawkins all going up. Kirk Paul as well. All right, so Luka Doncic in the final year wins MVP at age 34. So in the 10 years of this video, he's going to take home 7 of the 10 MVPs. J.C. Crawford, Rookie of the Year. He wasn't even drafted, I'm pretty sure, in this past draft. He was 2 years ago, but never played, which is just what it ends up being 10 years into the future. We end the season as the 1 seed as well in the Western Conference. We finished with 61 wins. Jason Kidd didn't get Coach of the Year, but we were the best offensive team, and we were the 4th best defensive team in the West. Taking a look here at the player stats, we did not finish with 3 20-point per game scores. Harris Busca, who's definitely taken a step back, like since we signed Banchero, is still pretty good, man. And I'm hoping I can win a championship with this core. I think getting Zach Edey was such a huge pickup, and Roland Holmes was actually really good for us as a rookie. So we're taking on the Utah Jazz. Haven't really mentioned them recently at all either. They still have Colin Sexton. No Lowry Markkanen, but still have Colin Sexton. That is pretty cool. We should be able to sweep them, though. Wow. The fact that they won. Oh my God, we won in 7. I don't have confidence we're going to win it all. That is a team we should absolutely sweep, and they took us to 7. I mean, shout out to the Jazz, but that is really embarrassing from us. All right, round number 2 against the Kings. Haven't really faced them. Guillermo Delgado is progressing to a very good point guard. Grady Dick, pretty good. They have RJ Barrett, Ethan Almonte, Gabriel Conley. Oh, our old buddy, Derek Lively, who got paid. I thought he got paid by the Bucks. Well, it ended up being the Kings after all. Are we able to beat them to advance to the conference finals? I don't feel great, and we lost in 6. I mean, just going to 7 games against the 8 seed is always like a scary sight. And I feel like whoever we lose to ends up winning it all, but this time that is not the case. Kings go to the finals, but the Knicks ended up sweeping them. So that is going to wrap up this 10-year rebuild. We won 3 titles. I think that's not great. I mean, we literally won it in year 2, and then we won it in year 4, but then just going on a 5-year stretch, or excuse me, a 4-year stretch and not winning, obviously isn't ideal. Luka did take home a ton of MVPs. Wemby had 2 in between, and Jokic had 1 as well, and Wemby did it on 2 different teams. Also, just kind of going through the Rookie of the Years and seeing some of these awards. Floyd Reed of the Grizzlies got back-to-back 6-mans. We did get Tyler Smith winning that award. Depoy, a ton went to Wemby, couple to Mobley, and then most recently to Ron Holland. Most improved, we got Tyler Smith 1 year, a couple expansion, or at least Devin Carter of the expansion Nashville Stars ended up getting that award. Back-to-back Wizards won it. Jason Kidd did take home 4 straight Coach of the Years, and once again in 2032. So yeah, that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you all for watching, and drop a thumbs up if you did. Let me know in the comments which 10-year rebuild you would like to see next. Also, I did just make a new gaming channel where I'm doing Madden rebuilds, MLB The Show rebuilds when that game comes out, NCAA videos when that game comes out as well. Link in the description. It's called Sross Gaming. I've already uploaded 2 to 3 Madden rebuilds now, so I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. And I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.